What's up, builders and survivors? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to copy and paste your builds in HYTALE. And this doesn't need to be in creative mode to actually do this. If you've built somewhere and you regret the location you chose because you found a much nicer location later on, we're going to be able to enter creative mode through our survival worlds and move our builds literally anywhere. And if you happen to find today's tutorial useful, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. We just started this channel up and we're going to be focused specifically on HYTALE content, including build tutorials, tips and tricks, and much more. So let's get right into the tutorial. The first thing we need to do to unlock the tools to copy and paste our builds is by simply hitting the / key, and then we're going to type in OP space self and hit enter. That command is going to put you in creative mode. So this is going to allow you to toggle easily now between your survival and creative by just simply pressing the O button. Now you can see just like that, I fell from the sky, I can no longer fly, and I also took damage. You'll notice that my health bar and the stamina bar are actually being consumed. Where now if I go ahead and hit O again, we are back in OP mode, which is creative, and it's also going to give us the tools that we need to go ahead and begin the process of copy and pasting our builds. Now to access these creator tools, we can actually hit the tab key to go on into our inventory, and you'll see here over on the right hand side at the top, you have the creator tools menu. Now what we're going to need is two of these particular tools. The first one is we're going to click and drag the selection tool, and we're also going to grab the paste tool. Now to copy this build, we're going to hit the number key associated with the selection tool on our hotbar. In this case, I'm going to hit 8. And then what we need to do is make sure that we're going to be able to click and drag the entirety of this build. So find an area that's going to stick out far enough to get this section here. And then over here, you can see on the right hand side, we've also got some things sticking out further than the actual base. So be mindful of where the pieces of your build are. And in order to do this, all we're going to do is we're going to click a block with our left. So we're going to click and hold, and then we're going to drag this all the way out until we reach the front of the build. And then we're going to start to bring this all the way out until we cover everything off to the side of the build. And once we have the area selected, let's just simply let go of our left click. What this is going to do now is it's going to allow us to go vertically. So now we can use our space bar to fly up vertically until we reach the absolute top of the build. And once we reach here, we're going to go ahead and hit the left click on the mouse again, and that's going to lock that in. If you happen to make a mistake, all you need to do is click off of that area that you started to highlight, and then you could start fresh again. Now, once you've boxed in your entire build, I recommend just kind of floating around a bit and just making sure that all of the blocks are accounted for. Once you're happy with your selection, in order to copy the build, what we're going to do is hit / and we're just going to type in copy and hit enter. Now you can see right there at the bottom, it says copied 2,700 blocks in one entity. So it's actually going to bring the bird with it as well. Now that we've copied our tower, let's go ahead and find a cool spot to put it. I think this waterfall looks really neat. All we need to do now is hit the hotbar key. So in this case, we're going to hit 9, and that's going to bring up our paste tool. Now the neat thing with the paste tool is you can actually hit R to rotate the build in a clockwise fashion on the Y-axis. And if you want to get crazy with it, you can actually hold Shift and R to rotate on the X-axis. So if you wanted to put it sideways like this, you can actually do that. Pretty neat stuff, but we're going to put this thing vertical. We're going to have that facing right off the hill. Once you've got it in a position you think you're good with, then we're just going to simply place it down by pressing the right mouse button. And just like that, you can see we have our build there. Now, if you do not like the placement, or if you accidentally put it down with the incorrect rotation, just make sure you're in your paste tool. We're going to go ahead and hit we're going to hold Shift and press Z. That's actually going to undo the paste, and then you can go back and kind of recalibrate your placement. Pretty simple, huh? Let me know down in the comments, what builds are you going to be moving and where are you moving them to? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope to catch you in the next one.